Nagbabalik ang schoolmates! At nandito pa rin tayo sa Batangas State University! Ayan, kung kanina nalaman natin ang saloobin ng mga debaters, ngayon naman alamin natin kung ano nga ba ang masasabi ng live audience natin! Okay, sino ang willing sumagot? Okay, unang question, naniniwala ka ba na poor engineering governance ang sanhi ng malalang pagbaha sa bansa? O ito ay dulot talaga ng lumalalang climate change?
Well, I do believe that based on our debaters earlier, they both have their own pros and cons. Like, for example, for the poor engineering governance, like, may punto naman sila doon na, yes, we definitely do have the capacity to build these flood control projects. However, due to the funding and the corruption that is timely and relevant to our country, we are unable to produce these kinds of flood control projects. And for the climate change as well, like the debaters on the other hand, that they had mentioned that statistical data shows that we do have prevailing and different, alam niyo yun, na parang nagbabago-bago yung climate natin dito sa Pilipinas and napaka-unsteady na climate natin. So, malaking factor siya na patuloy pa rin natin kinakaharap. And magsisimula yan kung boboto tayo ng tama. Bumoto kayo ng tama, ha?
Yes! Balik tayo sa'yo, Tricia.
Thank you so much, James. At sa puntong ito, atin namang maririnig ang last statement. So nakapag-huddle na ba ang lahat? Ayan, ng ating mga debaters. At kung ano nga ba ang malakas na argumento na kanilang pinaglalaban, kung ano nga ba ang malaking sanhi ng problema sa bansa. Is it poor engineering governance nga ba? Or dulot ba talaga ito ng climate change? Simulan natin sa team ninyo, Jayvan.
Forefronting climate change as the sole problem why we experience problems in flooding is just a scapegoat sa kapalpakan ng pamamahala at engineering governance natin. We identified that flooding and draining is a natural hazard and it's a natural phenomena. So napakita na natin na clearly na itong mga to ay natural na nangyayari at nagiging sako na lamang kung hindi maayos ang pamamahala. Lulubog at lulubog tayo dahil architecturally binabali ng gobyerno ang mga building codes at mga zonings kung saan sinasakal ang mga waterways natin. Lulubog tayo dahil structurally hindi competent ang mga buildings na tinatayo natin. At higit sa lahat, lulubog tayo dahil economically ninanakaw ang mga budget na supposedly poprotekta sa atin in times of calamities. Climate change is just an ultimate challenge. But poor engineering governance is the exact reason why we still fail on this. Huwag nating sisihin ang ulap sapagkat ang tunay na problema ay nandito sa lupa, engineered.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Justine?
So, first of all, gusto ko lang po munang i-point out yung inconsistency in the arguments of the other side where they stated earlier na yung data na ginamit nila are sufficient that we were able to produce a proper engineering structure. So, technically, they agree with us na natural factors yung may cost talaga nun. Kasi nakagawa pala ng properly engineered structure eh. So, technically, it goes back sa aming side, which is the climate change. And also, they tend to simplify matters such as dahil may rainfall, may baha, ganon. But they fail to see na yung simple actions natin as humans, sabi niya nga kanina, wag isisi sa ulap, kundi sa baba, tayong tao, dapat hindi na tayo nagsisisihan. Floods do not blame anyone. A collective problem requires a collective solution. Problema mo ang baha, dapat gumawa ka rin ng something to address it. And hindi mo dapat isisisi palagi doon sa specific agency na to. Kasi at the end of the day, ang motion natin dito, we are not talking about poor governance. We are talking about poor engineering governance versus climate change. Engineering governance, yan, maaaring maging sakop lang yan ng specific agency. But climate change, lahat tayo dito, kabilang, lahat tayo dito na more problema at lahat tayo dito apektado kung wala tayong gagawin. And with that, we expect na ang mga problema sa baha ay talagang nandoon sa problems involving climate change.
Thank you so much. Sino nga ba ang napiling best speakers na nagbigay ng kanilang best arguments sa mahalagang issue ngayong araw? So, ang ating best speaker for today ay sina Legna Marie Cantos and Jayvan Frane. Okay,
Gusto ko rin mag-congratulate sa ating mga debaters. Grabe. Sobrang husay. Tama ba?
Based from what you've heard kanina, ano ba sa tingin mo yung talagang sanhi ng baha?
Well, of course, we should address first and acknowledge that climate change is real. Well, totoo talaga na may climate change at patuloy itong lumalala. To the point na kapag hindi gumawa ang mga tao ng aksyon, it could be irreversible. Now, as us humans, we can make a huge difference to prevent those possible effects, those big effects na makakapekto sa bawat isa. Well, syempre, no, I'm into good governance. No? Kung makakapili lang tayo ng good leaders no, na may sapat na kakayahan para gumawa ng aksyon, plataforma, upang masolusyonan ang mga ganong problema, no, mape-prevent natin ang mga mape-prevent natin yung mga ganong pangyayari, especially sa ating bansa na sobrang prone sa baha. And di lang sa baha, no? Syempre, tagtuyot pa, and of course, earthquakes here in the Philippines, no? Na maaaring masolusyonan at maaaring ma-minimize ang mga possible big effects nun kung meron tayong sapat na plano ahead of time.
Sige. So, ako naman, James, I totally agree with you. The first step really is acknowledging that climate change is happening. Kasi, para siya nagiging buzzword lang ng henerasyon natin. Na, oh my gosh, climate change, it's the heat index is higher than ganyan. It's all just numbers to us. Pero actually, nakakalimutan natin na ako, personally, as an engineer, I also do agree na poor engineering governance really does happen. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung sinasabi natin poor engineering governance? It's because we centralize our planning more on just parang panakip-butas, parang band-aid solutions yung ginagawa natin, no? And hindi lang siya allocations of funds, ha? Pag sinabi natin poor engineering governance, kasi ginagawa natin siyang poor governance as in governance ng gobyerno. But poor engineering governance also means na hindi tayo nagse-centralize on risk assessment, hindi tayo nag-hazard mapping, ganyan. Theoretically, engineers really do that. The only problem lang why poor engineering governance happens is bureaucracy happens. Red taping happens. 'Di ba? Na parang maraming lagay sa ilalim, 'di ba? Huwag na natin pagkailayon at huwag na rin 'yun itanggi kasi totoo naman talaga 'yun. There are a lot of permits that are being handed out even without proper qualifications. And speaking of qualifications, I do not mean to undermine Philippine engineering education as a whole, but I do agree that there are lapses in terms of opportunities sa mga inhinyero ng bansa. Kasi we're just being manufactured as employees. We're not being manufactured as thought leaders na, oh, meron akong, di ba, yung ginagawa natin mga plant design projects, ginagawa natin, ano nangyayari, di ba? It's just collecting dust at the back of a back room, right? It's not being funded when we put it out in agencies because, why? It's not profitable. Yun yung nangyayari sa realidad ng mga inhinyero sa bansa. For example, chemical engineers, most of them, academes, di ba? Academes ang research, but it's being used to have more collective data for other countries. Yes, we do not undermine the contributions they are doing in our country, pero hindi masyadong napakikinggan ng inhinyero dito. So, dapat mas bigyan ng opportunities ang mga engineers to plan, to really fund the projects, and to really think of how they can think of one step forward, no, para sa ikagaganda ng mga proyekto sa ating bansa. At wag din nating kalimutan, may responsibilidad din tayo because climate change is really worsening and we should take actions about it. So yun ang takeaway ko for this episode. Ayan. So, with that, sa Bawat Usapin, sa Bawat Issue, may boses tayong mga kabataan.
Sumali, makinig at makiisa dahil ang bawat opinion natin ay mahalaga.
Kaya naman, sabay-sabay natin isigaw sa buong mundo, Schoolmates, may pakialam ka! Thank you so much!